Hello everyone. When most people look at the DPRK, or North Korea as it is unofficially known, they only see a political headline or an adversarial lens in the Western media. But as someone with a master's in Korean studies, deep personal roots in the border region, and over 2 decades of engagement on the peninsula, I see the people. Over the years, I have made many genuine friends in North Korea. And if you peel away the politics, you quickly realize that the core of their society is just like any other. I've watched wives angrily chasing their husbands to get back home late at night. I've seen grandparents laughing and enjoying picnics with their grandchildren in the parks. And just like anywhere else in the world, the younger generation of sons and daughters increasingly want to choose their own life partner, rather than relying on traditional arranged marriages. At the family level, our hearts beat exactly the same way. To truly understand the mindset of the people today, we have to look honestly at history. There is a deep historical mistrust towards the West, and it is rooted in immense trauma. During the Korean War, approximately 635,000 tons of bombs and explosives were dropped on the peninsula, with the vast majority targeting the north. This campaign leveled an estimated 85% of all buildings in the country. In fact, Pyongyang was systematically reduced to just 2 standing buildings. Few capital cities in modern history have ever sustained such absolute targeted devastation from the air. When an entire society is flattened by a tonnage of explosives that exceeded the entire Pacific theater of World War II, the collective mental stress and trauma passed down through generations. True humanitarianism requires us to understand this historical pain, not to dwell on the conflicts of the past, but to foster the empathy needed to build a peaceful, shared future. Today, the workforce there is incredibly hardworking, and the society is undergoing a steady modernization. If you visit, you will see a rapidly increasing use of mobile technology, busy taxis navigating the streets, and vibrant spaces built by the community. Stepping into the country can still feel like traveling back in time in parts, but it is simultaneously rich in culture and far more pleasant than a distant camera lens portrays. The local cuisine is incredibly unique, complemented by excellent traditional brewing. Visitors are often surprised to find everyday citizens creating their own modern spaces. You will see vibrant fizzy drink shops, bustling private food stalls, and local bakeries filled with fresh goods. It shows an incredible drive among ordinary people to improve their daily lives, despite historic hurdles and complex global pressures. Communication is seamless too, because the linguistic talent and dedication to education among the younger generation I met is absolutely outstanding. On top of that, the country offers a huge variety of world-class experiences, from amazing traditional music to spectacular acrobatic displays and powerful taekwondo shows. On my past trips, I visit a famous historic Buddhist temple. While there, I didn't see political actors. I saw genuine, everyday couples worshiping together with deep faith, praying for the blessing of having children. I followed those same universal values when I later brought a St. John ambulance delegation from Hong Kong to directly visit the main children's hospitals, an elderly home, and a number of modern local schools. You can still see the photos of those smiling children on my social media today. As a lifelong bridge builder, my path has always been guided by engagement rather than exclusion. My efforts serve strictly as an avenue for cultural diplomacy, encouraging mutual understanding and humanitarian connection. History shows us that total isolation does not solve human suffering. It only deepens divides. Real, lasting change begins when we have the courage to break the ice and keep lines of communication open. If we want to encourage a more harmonious world, we must choose to build constructive bridges rather than tearing them down. I follow Buddhist teachings. I believe in the value of the Bodhisattva, the principle of being present in challenging, misunderstood environments to encourage internal reflection, development, and constructive change. I highly encourage travelers, thinkers, and tourists to visit this unique country and see it with your own eyes. There is an immense amount we can learn from one another when we choose engagement over isolation. Thank you.